Ouch. It's just one of those days, feels like a freight train. First one to complain leaves with a blood stain. Damn right I'm a maniac. You better watch yourself because I'm fucking shit up. It's all about that he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit or you be living with a fat lip. It's all about that he said, she said bullshit. How y'all doing? I know I'm late to the story. The late, girl, this thing is driving me nuts. Look at the long ass gray hair. Child, pay attention to not to my gray hair. Don't pay attention to my gray hair. How y'all doing? What's going on, Lincoln Berries? Erica J and Mocha Drop? Miss Ashley? Hi, Sandra Mitchell. How you doing? Fraser Laurie? Moderator Egyptian Goddess 1111. Hi, everybody. Hi, TLCN3. Hello, everybody. I know. Hi, Torre. This is going on forever. I got to stop. How y'all doing on today, honey? Listen, I know I'm late to this story. Apparently, it happened in the last couple of days over the weekend about this woman, Cardi B. Apparently, Cardi B, not apparently, what happened? She was in a concert in Las Vegas. She got hot in her big red dress. And she told the people, well, she, her act is more talking than singing, really. So she told the people, I'm hot as hell. And somebody throw me some water, right? And I saw in the clip that many people, several people, I should say, were throwing water up on the stage, right? And the water was hitting her on her dress or whatever. And this was like part of the act, right? She said, throw water on me. I'm hot. And they threw water on her, right? Well, apparently she went on with her rap and someone in the audience did what everybody else was doing or several other people were doing. They threw water up on the stage, right? Now you can see, okay, so they threw water on the stage. It got on Miss Hardy's face. I think it caught her off guard. You know, as somebody throws something in your face, it's hard to miss that. It caught her off guard, and her reaction, her gut reaction was to throw the microphone and hit the woman in the face with a microphone, an object, right? Unfortunately, she hit the wrong person. So I think she might have to deal with the lawsuit there. The lawsuit won't go anywhere because, who she is and all that. What they're going to do is they're going to offer the person some kind of settlement. Maybe they'll give them $20,000, $30,000, right? And I think it's only right because she messed up. She hit somebody. That's an assault. I don't think it's punishable. It's a crime kind of thing. I think it was a reaction kind of thing. But my point was, should be Cardi B, Tasha K, be concerned, right? Because we've seen Miss Cardi B throw shoes at people before, right? And we've seen her homicidal tendencies. We've seen her violent nature, correct? She's a street fighter. So my point is this. Tasha K, you're doing everything to delay to play in this woman's face. You done pissed her off. You done talked about her for years. You done told lies on her, girl. You done lost lawsuits and she still ain't got her money. She done paid out for attorneys. All this shit she has to go through with you, right? And you're still trying to duck and dodge and file bankruptcy and all this kind of stuff. What happens when that woman says, enough? It's just one of those days. It feels like a freight train. First one to complain, leave with a blood stain. Damn right I'm a maniac. You better watch yourself. Some fucking shit up. I'm just saying, that's Limp Bizkit, incidentally. What happens when this woman has had enough, honey? This woman prone to violence. Is Cardi B in Atlanta too? I know Miss Tasha K is in Atlanta. It's not impossible to think that they could somehow end up in the same place. Now, if Miss Cardi B doesn't have any more self-control to that, than to throw propel objects from the stage onto whoever, into a crowd, girl, how's she going to resist jumping on your ass is what I'm saying. It seems like this woman is not above just grabbing you in your throat, girl, and choking you, Miss Thing, till you're unconscious. I don't think it's all that unreasonable to be concerned about something like that, Tasha K. Now, the only reason she's resisted that is because this thing has been so public. Correct? It's been so public now that she can't go out there and fuck you up because everybody knows about it. And she wants her $4 million, right? She don't want to reverse anything. But I'm just saying, honey, the way she threw that microphone, and then they said a day before she had thrown the microphone at the what's that guy called? The announcer or somebody who's supposed to play the music, play the tracks or some shit. She had thrown a microphone to somebody else. So she likes to throw microphones and shoes and things. You better be careful, Miss Tasha K. You can only push people so far, right? I used to see it in the pen all the time. People just pick on people, think they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do nothing. Fuck you. That's that bullying spirit. Just pick on, do anything you want to do to people. And at some point, the little guy stands up. Never again, nigga. You will never put your hands on me again. Pow! Bust you in your goddamn chops, right? And just get on top of you and just. You don't know what people will do, honey, when you back them into a corner. Now, this is so chapped. You back them into a corner, Miss Tasha K. You got to get busy about paying this woman her money, honey. I mean, we've all had our giggles. We've all made our videos. Everybody got a laugh. Everybody got content and all this kind of shit, right? But at some point, that woman is not going to accept that from you. If she can't even accept somebody throwing water on her, girl, how in the hell is she going to accept a woman who she can't stand, who fucked with her and fucked with her and fucked with her, and then owes her $4 million, girl, and then still snickering in her face and has not paid her a goddamn thing? How much? I mean, this is a woman that throws shoes at people in concerts with 100 people looking at her, girl. She don't give a fuck. So I think it's something to consider, Miss Tasha K, right? The woman told you to leave her alone, and then the court said pay her money. She decided. I mean, her natural inclination would have been to first, when you first started reporting on her every 2 or 3 days, your videos, making up stories, interviewing people she knew 30 years ago, and all this kind of stuff. Her first inclination, I'm sure, was to come over there and kick you in your ass, right? But since this thing was so public, right, she decided to use the court system. Now she's done all the right things. She's made the moves. She's paid the attorneys, right? She's done all the things she's supposed to do. She's brought records showing she ain't got diseases and all this kind of stuff. And she has won, girl. And you refuse to pay that woman her money. So I'm just saying, when is enough? Right? So be concerned, Tasha K. How y'all doing today? The more money she comes across, the more problems she's going to see. Wait a minute, more money. Who comes across? Tasha K? Tasha K ain't got no sense, honey. She is ruined. She is an internet tragedy, right? They're going to be talking about Tasha K, right? She also has inspired other people to start suing people and so forth, right? So she's done a lot of harm over here, honey. People say, oh, but damn, if she can sue, I can certainly sue about all the shit they've been saying about me, girl. Right? But she's a hard-headed broad. She just can't get enough. I mean, what more does it take, Tasha K? Losing your house, losing your possessions, having your money messed with, having people coming into your bank and taking money from you, girl. What does it take for you to bow down? Bow down and pay money. That's church music. I better leave it alone. How you doing, Torre? Did you see your girl, Miss Cardi B, throw that microphone at that woman? She could have knocked her in her eye, and the woman could have lost her eye. So, Cardi B, you should not take it personally if that woman sues you. Now, more than likely, Cardi B, I ain't got no problem with you. I love the thing with Tasha K. I think you should have won that. But you should not be surprised or take it personally when that woman sues you, right? You threw a microphone from the stage with, I don't know, 100,000 people looking on. on screen and also in the concert, girl. There's no way you can deny throwing that at her. You can say it's a mistake, but you need to pay that woman. And I'm sure you will. I mean, you got lawyers. More than likely, that woman went home with a big knot on her head, right? And either her husband, someone in her family, friends of hers, or attorneys contacting her and said, girl, you got a lawsuit, right? And she does. Now, I don't know if they're going to sue Miss Cardi. They're going to sue the building where the damn thing took place. Seems to me to be Cardi B's responsibility. And then she immediately went down and filed a police report. Now, you got to realize these people are fans of hers. If you have made your ass all the way to the front of the stage, obviously you paid the most you can pay for a ticket, and you are a fan of hers. When the woman who threw the water, I could see at the end of the clip, she said, I'm sorry, Cardi. I'm sorry, Cardi. I'm sorry. She was sincerely sorry. She said, I was just doing what the other people were doing. You said throw some water, and people were just throwing water. You know, like they do in the club, honey. Throw some water, and everybody just throw shit up in the air, like kind of thing, right? We're sorry that a little bit got on your face, girl. But this just shows you that violent streak in Cardi B, why she reacts this way. And that's all I was trying to say, Miss Tasha K. Now, where was I at? You can't be mad at that woman if she sues you. We're just regular people out here. You're racking in millions. You got money. You have caused me bodily harm. The woman should have went to the hospital as well. So, yeah, I got a concussion. I don't see anything. I can't see. Mama, I can't see nothing. You should have went through the whole thing, right? Right. Give the woman, give her some money. Give her, 40, 50,000. What happens? Usually it happens since she loves you so much, she probably don't want to really pursue it, but she'd be a damn fool not to pursue it, girl. And then y'all go to a couple of court dates. You might have one court date, and then they'll come with an offer to squash it. Or her people could just call the woman and say, baby, we can squash this right now. I'm sending you a number. You know what I mean? Just write it off. Move on. Okay. That's not what happened, says Toxic. Toxic is toxic. What happened? What did I miss? Toxic. Let me go. I got to slip down and see what Toxic. She told them after the incident to help lighten the mood. She told them after the incident to help lighten the mood. She told them. Who'd she tell? What the hell? I'm missing something here. Let's pursue you for a minute here, Toxic. Okay. Hello, chat. Hey, be small, but Cardi should sue back. What's Cardi gonna sue the woman for? How's she gonna sue somebody, girl? She hit somebody in the head with a goddamn microphone. How much does a microphone weigh? You imagine I bust your head with this damn thing, girl. This guy ain't got a weight on it. It's a metal thing on there, girl. Microphones that she would have the best microphones, so they gotta have weight to them, girth and weight to them, honey. Anyway, Toxic, I don't know where you're coming from, baby. Don't sing, please, says Nikki B. Do you like my Limp Biscuit? I feel like shit. And being treated like shit. I think I might want to break something tonight. I'm like a chainsaw. Oh, I'll rub your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight. I love that song. He had everybody in that video. Limp Biscuit. Is he still around? I don't know the modern people, but I remember that. The more money she comes, okay. I'm behind now. Tasha K needs to pay that. Yeah, she needs to pay that lady. She should want to pay her something, girl. She probably got insurance that will cover it. She knows what her inclinations are. I'm sure it's not her first time. I'm sure when she was dancing in clubs and so forth, people got out of line, honey. She knew how to check them, right? But this person was totally innocent. I'm sure the woman who threw the water, but I don't know that the woman who threw the water on her, it was not an aggressive move. It wasn't like, I hate you, so I'm throwing bananas at you, I'm throwing tomatoes at you. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was like Cardi B said, I'm hot up in here. somebody throw some water, and then people will say, well, she just meant somebody throw her a bottle of water. Well, throwing her a bottle of water would have been so much worse. Because if that water reached her face, then the bottle would have busted upside her head, right? So the woman was just doing what everybody else was doing. They all been drinking, so her aim is not perfect, kind of thing. So I think Cardi should certainly apologize to that woman. And she should accept the apology of that other woman, the one who threw the water, because the woman was apologizing right there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love you. I love you, Cardi. I love you. And I'm sure she does, right? So accept her apology. Okay. And to the other lady, give her some money. Mm-hmm. She has had enough. God damn it, throwing shit at me. There seems to be some kind of trend now where people are throwing shit up on the stage, honey. Now, how are you going to relax and give your best performance when you got to guard yourself against people throwing projectiles at you, right? They're seeing this now more and more. I think I saw something like 8 examples recently of people throwing things on the stage. I think it started with Chris Rock and people throwing shit up there. You're messing the concert up, honey. You're messing the concert up, or people are afraid to come to the edge of the stage. People got to move you further and further back because you don't know how to act. Something about America, we just, everything got to be copycatted, right? Oh, I saw somebody else throw water. Now let me throw some. I'll get some attention. They be talking about me today. So it's unfortunate all around. Miss Cardi, it was a gut reaction. So that's just who she is. So she got to pay the price. Pay the cost to be the boss. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Look at her. You know what you see? You see a bad mother. Plus, Cardi B, it will make this story go away, girl. We know it ain't going to last forever, but still, people will forget all about the incident. They say, oh, that was nice of Cardi. Mm-hmm. She trashed Tasha K in her new song with Offset. She got a new song with Offset? What did she say? I heard the one she said, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. I don't know if that was Miss Tasha K's playing, or is that a new Cardi B song? Is it? I mean, is that the song you're talking about, Nikki B? Why are you listening to Cardi B? You don't listen to my singing. It ain't like rappers can sing, honey. Cardi has to realize she is an entertainment and not in the streets. That's right. Deanna Duncan, Cardi has to realize she is she's in entertainment and not on the streets. You can take the woman off the streets, but you can't take the street out of the woman. Plus, in this rap game, we know about the men, right? They're constantly killing each other, stabbing each other in the head. They're constantly doing violence, right? So this is where she's coming up in. She's in the world. She's a rapper. Like, it's a different standard, honey. And there's no other entertainment. There's no other entertainment known to mankind where the singers and rappers actually kill each other on a regular basis. Violence is part of the game. They sing about violence, right? So I don't know. Y'all took the woman off the street. That's nice. But I guess she's saying don't play, honey. But for Cardi B, yeah, it should cost her something. If it costs her some money, then she'll be more conscious of what she does, right? Because there are consequences. We ain't totally mad at the woman. Somebody throw water in your face, like somebody spit in your face. It gets your attention, you know. Particularly if she was all up in the mood and all that, and then splash. Anyway, don't sing, please. But you listen to Miss Cardi. She can't sing. Cardi ain't no singer. Hi, Asha. You been looking for me? Sometimes there's just not anything interesting enough for me to talk about. So I don't just come and force it. Now, some of these queens like Jay Wilson, it don't make no difference if they got anything to talk about or not. They just start talking, girl. And they ask y'all what to talk about, and then they go all for 20 minutes about something they have no idea what the hell they're talking about, Chad. They're just talking. I'm just here for a coin. I heard him this morning. I'm just here for a coin. I don't care about this. I don't watch. I don't listen. I don't do nothing. I just get here for a coin. So they just I'm not like that. I'm not that desperate, honey. She definitely has an indisputable. She definitely, girl, you gotta get that money. I'm sorry, honey. I don't give a damn how you feel about Cardi B. You have to get that money. Just like if your neighbor who you love wrecks your car and totals it, girl, and it's totally his fault, he has to pay you, honey. His insurance company has to pay you. It ain't personal. You might take it personally, but it's not personal, honey. That woman has every right to file a lawsuit. She made a police report, so Miss Cardi B may have to even have some legal appearances to show up for. Okay. Hey, y'all, remember to tap me up. Tap the thumbs up, says L. Thank you, Elnor. She don't mention her name, but you know who she talking about. Who? Cardi B. I mean, whatever that woman. She better be careful, girl, messing with that woman. There's some people you don't fuck with, honey. Right? Those are the toughest guys in the street. Now, back when I was out there, they'll tell on me, right? Because I pose no threat. I'm not going to kill you because you got me for $20 or $30. But there are people on the street who you do not fuck with their money. Period, girl. I don't give a goddamn if it's $2, right? And I think Cardi B falls under that in that class, honey, right? And then Tasha K thinks she just come over and just take $4 million from her. Come on, girl. You better be aware, honey. Watch your back, baby. I sold Sister Number One show and Prima Wanda, Alfreda Gross. I saw your little post today, Alfreda Gross, about these youngsters, honey. They're being disrespectful. They do. They don't care about us, child. I've been called every kind of motherfucker, and that's why I start cussing. I didn't even cuss at first, girl. I said, "Oh shit, these people don't respect me. Hell, you talk to me that way. I'm talking back the same way." Hi, Sandra Mitchell. Did I speak already? Hope so. Her new song is called Jealousy. Ooh, jealousy, misery. I'm telling you can't see behind smiling faces sometimes. Yeah, they don't tell the truth. Oh, Lord. Is that what you want, Nikki? Oh, she got a new song. Okay, I'm sorry. I got the wrong song. Hi, misunderstood. Are you still being misunderstood? I heard that Cardi was leaving. She leaving him. Who's she leaving? Oh, her husband. I don't know about that. I don't follow the celebrity like that. Only when they pop up in the news, I'll talk about them. But I ain't following celebrity like that. It's good. So, Sister Number One show. We just got back from Florida. You just got back from Florida, Prima Wanda. Got to meet some more of his family. Oh, that's right. Prima Wanda got married recently. Oh, getting to know the family members and things. That's nice. Got a whole nother family. That's nice. When you joined up together, the two have become as one. So let me ask you this: do y'all think this woman who Cardi B done busted in the head with a heavy microphone, because it's got to be the top quality? They don't got no little light microphone. The thing is made out of steel. He done busted her in the head with a microphone at a concert where she had all she was doing, it was singing her praises, and she gets cracked in the head. Now, no matter how she feels about Cardi B, should she sue her? My answer would be absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You can't just crack people in the head and just well, that's just it. It's okay, girl. Go on, girl. Big ass knot on your head, honey. So you should have been laid out on the gurney, girl. I can't see. I can't think. All of my I think I might have a concussion. Your lawyers, those are crooks. They'll have somebody. They'll have somebody come to the hospital. You send you to their doctors so he can say you got concussion, girl. You're damaged for the rest of your life. You got cognitive disorder and things, and get that money. Cardi would get the money. You know, anybody get the money, honey. And if you don't get the money, lady, whoever you are, it's nice they're not dragging your name through anything. Well, there's no reason, you're just a victim. But if you don't get the money, you're going to regret those days. Honey, when you get a little behind, or you get a month behind in your rent, and all of a sudden your bills are starting to stack up, or you having a rough period, or you losing a job, something happens, girl, and you say, I had a chance to get $60, $70, $80,000, and I blew it because I was a nice girl. That's dumb. You think the white folks ain't gonna sue your ass, girl? Please. There'll be a settlement. I mean, the person that she ain't got to go in there try to, get rich. But we can all use a few $1,000s, child. Shit. God. Alfreda Gross telling Prima Wanda, God bless your marriage. And every morning when I rise, I thank God for the good thing I find. And God blessed our love. Everybody's singing. God. See, y'all ain't real Al Green friends. Y'all only know the surface stuff. Y'all only know the hit records, honey. Al's had a song called God Blessed Our Love. Ambulance came and got me. What happened? I wouldn't move until the ambulance came and picked me up, honey. I can't walk. I can't. Girl, I didn't hit you in your goddamn legs. Why you hit you? Oh, at the concussion, honey. I'm confused. It's the normal thing, baby. Cardi is well aware of how this court stuff works, honey. And there's not no way that her lawyers are not going to tell her to settle. Settle, get it over with, move on to the next thing, honey. Right? And I don't think she should be holding it against, because the woman didn't do it with malice. She was just doing what everybody else do, what Cardi told her to do, throw water on stage. It's not like she was the only one doing it. I'm saying she didn't just come out of nowhere and throw water in the woman's face. They were throwing water all over the place. She hot, throw water up here, throw water up here. It was just part of the show. It's caught you off guard, girl. And your gut reaction was to act in violence. We've seen it before, Miss Cardi B. We ain't mad at you, girl. We're just saying we're just recognizing who you are. Nikki, stop complaining. The singing is so painful. Oh, it just me. What is it? Just me? Apparently, it is just you, Nikki B. I've been on here 7 years, right? Ain't nobody else complaining about singing. Every morning when I rise, I can see a rainbow. I can see the rainbow flowing across the sky. God. Nikki B, you need to get a song in your heart. I don't care if you sound like a hit dog, honey. Sing. You ain't got to sing good. Just sing. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I don't owe nobody $4 million. His eye is on sparrow. Nikki B, you ain't lived long enough, honey. You have not lived long enough to appreciate a song in your heart. Baby, when you've been through, child, that was 10 years where I didn't even see 2 holidays in a row. I was never on the street for 2 holidays. If I was on the street at Thanksgiving Day, I was in jail by Christmas Day. I'm not lying to you, not exaggerating, honey. Those are the closest two. I couldn't make two. Couldn't line them up. So I have reason to sing, honey. Mm-hmm. We love it. It comes to expect it. We just got to deal with it, honey. They do got a mute button too. Do you, Uncle Tim? I thank you, OGB. Just do yourself. Be yourself, honey. Get free. You ain't free, Nikki B. You be sitting up there in church all pulled up. You know, they can't sing. They can't sing. While the whole building singing their praises up into the Lord, honey. Ain't he did nothing for you? Why me, Lord? Why me? If someone did that to me, my temper would outweigh my patience. Lord, okay. So soul sister said, no, I would react the same way. Is that what you're saying? Oh, let me see. Miss Harvey. What did Miss Harvey say? That woman should sue Cardi B. Cardi B should pay for the injury she caused her and a little extra. She needs to learn how to control her temper or not start pay, or start paying up. Or increase her security. I didn't see them damn security doing hardly anything. I mean, they ran up afterwards. But who is blocking you on the stage? You got all these crazy ass hip hop fans, honey. What they're probably going to have to do is start moving these people back away from the stage. These people were right on the stage. Now, maybe that helps the entertainer because it pumps them up, you know, get everybody excited. You're there to have a good time. You paid money to have a good time, right? But they might have to put barriers up and have some space between the entertainers, particularly because this ain't the first incident. These people are throwing stuff on the stage and all that. They might do like those baseball games. We know they got a fence over top, girl, so you can't throw nothing over. You can't get anything past. They got to address the issue, honey, for somebody really get hurt. That microphone could have put somebody's eye out. Yep, that's what I'm saying, Tim. That is what you're saying? A lot of people react. It was totally reactional. She didn't actually took time to think of it, or the aim. Obviously, her aim would have been off. No, it's just impulse. I mean, impulse. Let somebody spit in your face and see what happens. And then you're gonna think about, oh, I don't know that way. I gotta weigh the outcome and all that bullshit, girl. Hell no. You spit up, bam. You don't even think about it. It's on impulse. Sing, if it had not been for the Lord, if it had not been for the Lord who was on my side. I don't know. You got to sing something for me. I don't know words. When I hear the words, that it reminds me. Where would I be? Yeah, I'm familiar with the title. Can you pinpoint when you caught HIV? I caught HIV back in 1986. I got diagnosed in 91. In 91, they told me that I had full-blown AIDS in 1991, right? That means, well, I didn't have full-blown AIDS, but I had very close to 200 T cells. The government at the time was saying 200 T cells was the mark that you have AIDS now, right? It is, you got to have symptomatic. That was in 1991. So they say you have had it for at least 5 years. So that would go back to 1986 that I had HIV, right? Since I was going in and out of the prison so much, I was not experiencing a lot. I've actually never felt any symptoms when I was out in the streets, right? But the way I found out about it was I was in jail, LA County Jail, and people who had HIV tested positive. This is when the epidemic was first starting. They would get an extra peanut butter and jelly sandwich in their lunch, right? So I just tested to get the extra peanut butter and jelly sandwich and found out I was positive. Now, I already suspected that I was because of the way I lived. And then virtually everybody that I knew around me at that time were becoming positive. So it was not a big surprise or shock to me. But if it weren't for the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I wouldn't even test it. I hope that answers your question. Testing 1, 2, 3. Was it in prison? No. At that time, they treated us like we were lepers, honey. The guards wouldn't touch us. We had to have masks all the time, all this shit, child. No, I don't mind talking about anything, honey. So yeah, so the mystery was, how the hell did I get HIV when I knew that it was out there? People were just starting to get sick in '86. So I knew, and how did I end up with getting positive? Well, the thing is, I started doing drugs, and I believe that I started doing drugs, crystal meth, which is a serious drug, because of HIV. I believe I was burnt out because at that time I was in AA. People would come in, everybody was getting sick, and they was talking all this. It seemed like doomsday, like it was going to end at any minute. So I think that's the way that I dealt with it, was by staying high. Because when you get high on drugs, you don't think about dying. You don't think about the people. And imagine now, you have been diagnosed with a disease that everyone is telling you have a lifespan of 2 to 3 years, right? I think I just stayed high. No, Mike, I don't care about that. When you get high on drugs, all you think about is the next hit, honey. You live hit to hit. That's how I got hooked up and strung out on dope. I'm just saying that because it happened at this exact same time. And my partner, well, we had broken up for that moment, but he ended up dying from it. I hope that gets you a testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're into testing? Is that like your occupation? The world has changed, baby. I just ran into a man yesterday. He's 78 years old. We had groups together a long time ago. I said, man, 78. He says, I said, well, how you doing? Whatever, because you're going to have problems when you're 78. He said, you know what? I don't even think about HIV anymore. I never even think about it. And he said, the group that I attend now, we don't talk about HIV. We can't say it's been cured, but it doesn't affect me at all. I said, you know, you're right. It is a miracle that we are still here, and HIV is not even a primary thing. So all the ones who want to come on here, oh, you HIV, you got the 3 letters. Oh, no, worry about the COVID letters, honey, the 19. Worry about that, because that'll take your ass out still right now. They have a resurgence of COVID. There's so many diseases we're worried about than HIV. Okay, it's 1 pill a day, honey. 1 pill, baby. I got a pill for everything. I'll be the gross saying and soothe my soul. Ain't wrong with singing, honey. Almond Brown's in here. Hi, Almond Brown. How you doing? There you are. How you doing, hun? I'm still waiting for you to start up your reading again. Who's going to come on here? Oh, yes. So in my writing, my book, okay, so I'm coming to a close now, right? And all this time that I've been writing this novel for this whole year, I have not known who the killer was, right? When you're writing a mystery, you like build up everybody. So I finally know who the killer is. That's the mystery. Now that's part I'm never going to expose that, of course. But I'm at that point when you figure out who it is. Now you got to get how this person is uncovered, right? We're at that part. So this is the most important part of the book. But I'll be through with that in a couple of weeks. I hope y'all buy my new novel, Who Shot the Caller? He deserves it. Calling people job, calling their loved ones. Oh, I had sex with your wife. Oh, calling the police on people, swatting people. Corrine, I can't say who it is. Yeah, that would certainly be a good candidate, however. Mm. Almond Brown, you were sick? I could start watching YouTube more. I didn't know. I'm sorry. To you, who's going to come on YouTube? You tell Alexis. That's not my question, Mr. Tim. If something happens to you, who's going to call you up when Tim's gone? Can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Oh. Well, I think they'd be more Alexis. They be first. Their first inclination will be to notify my family. Okay, but I'm sure the word will spread. They say that when I get hot and start cussing these hoes out, that I'm gonna have a heart attack down camera, girl. I've heard it many times. Oh, I'm worried about him. Oh, he gonna break a blood vessel. No, I'm not. I'm gonna cuss your ass out. Then I'm gonna watch TV, girl. Yeah, I'm sure someone will catch on when I don't show up no more. If these AdSense people don't get their ass together, I might disappear anyway. They still checking videos. Every video's got to be checked now by a physical person, right? So when I finish this video here, it's going to have between 1,000, 2,000 views today, 3,000 sometimes today, right? I don't get paid for none of that. They're going to approve the damn thing 3 days later. Now, how does that benefit me? Right? Whoever watched, they already watched it. They already watched the commercial. It's already done, honey. They got to get their ass together. At first, we didn't even have to go through that process. It was just automatic. God damn. I mean, 90%, 95% of my videos are approved. So why do I got to wait? It's dumb. They can't say, well, we need 3 days to approve each video. No, honey. When I was initially doing it, you didn't need no 2 or 3 days. You do it in an hour later, I'll be paid. When somebody was actually watching the damn thing. I think Gamage Carter should come and tell us that he's sick. That'd be the one. He lived down the street here, honey. He would definitely know. Okay, so the official answer is Gamage Carter gonna come and tell you, Alexis. Timothy Blaine went on to glory, honey. And I'll just walk around heaven all day. Sunday be like every day be Sunday. Baby. I believe in the supernatural, honey. My husband, that man had been dead for like 33 years. 33 years he been dead. And I hear that man's voice every single goddamn day. It's not like I hear an actual voice, but it's just like I hear his reaction to everything that I do. I laugh about the same thing. We always laughed about the same shit, right? That's what attracted us to each other. But I said, Holy Ghost, are you just like one entity, or do you have millions of angels that you're in charge of, right? It seems like it's somebody out. Somebody loves me, babe. Whoa, whoa. Somebody loves me, babe. Y'all got to read Love and Gospel Music at the end, honey. At the end, we're going to see when this boy goes on to glory. I think that's what I think about it, really. But I think about that man every day. Y'all experience it. Y'all lose a parent or somebody close to you, honey. And you can't, every time somebody slams the door, you think about your mama. It's almost like they're right there with you. You remember, and the memories just keep coming because you knew them for a long period of time. Anyway, so I'll come and say hello to y'all when I'm gone. Glad we got that figured out. Thank you, Alexis. Now, see, I ain't asking you who's going to come and tell us when you're gone, girl. Child, I ain't going nowhere, honey. Damn, I told you I had HIV for over 30 years, girl. If it was going to get me, it would have got me by now. Since I've been on here, I had cancer surgery, a whole bit, honey. What was that, about 4 years in? Yeah, that's 5 years later. 4 years later, they do amazing things. That's why I go get MRIs, and if you got healthcare people, use it, right? Because they found my cancer. I had no symptoms. There was no reason for me to think that I had anything wrong with my liver, correct? Routine. And they found that cancer, and they able to go in there, cut it out. That's what my friend Jermaine Stewart, that's what he died. I just found that out recently. I know it was HIV related, but I was watching a video about him on here, and he died from liver cancer, the very same thing that I had, except for at that time, of course, there was no treatment for it. There was no HIV medications, and they didn't find the cancer. But a lot of people with HIV, that's one of the things they were dying from. So I'm blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. Be grateful, people. Mm-hmm. Oh, misunderstood. AdSense is doing that to you as well. It sucks. It does suck. I haven't heard a lot of people complaining about it. That's why I made no big deal out of it. But yeah, it does suck. And people are not doing, when they first started with this Cash App thing and this super chat, people were excited about it. Now, there are a few people that still get a lot of that. But in general, that has changed. We're not getting money from you guys, right? And I don't believe in sweating people for money, begging all the time, all that kind of shit, right? But the point is, we're supposed to be getting paid primarily through AdSense. So if the subscribers are not cash apping like that or super chatting, because the social media constantly changes the way they do things. But if they're not doing that anymore, then we're totally dependent on AdSense. My last AdSense check, I'm telling you the truth, was less than $300. I made $300 when I was doing 5-minute videos. So they got to get their ass together, honey. I'm sorry. Then their system is so you can't call nobody. Why do they have to hold it up like that? And some people say they're still running commercials even though you ain't getting paid nothing. God before everything, right? She ain't never gonna leave you, honey. The spirit is alive. Mm-hmm. Yep, I think of my mom every day. Uh-huh. The story spelled your name wrong. Okay. In the clouds. Mm-hmm. Just walking around heaven all day. Every day will be Sunday. The Sabbath will never end. All we'll do is scream and shout, hey, glory. Mm-hmm. Yes, God has already touched me, honey. When they say, when you get to heaven, when I get to heaven. Anyway, I feel like the Spirit has already blessed me right here. I know God right now, right? So I'm not worrying about God carrying me all this way and inhabiting my life the way he has. And now when you're gone, I'm going to burn you up for all eternity, girl. When he touches you, girl. God blocked it. He said it wouldn't be so. Mm. But I'm 65. I mean, we know you don't live forever. Wouldn't want to live forever. I don't want to be no 100-year-old man, honey. No. The issues are already starting to show up. It's strange that they started showing up right around this time. You know, the memory, the little lapses, and this wake up one morning, your goddamn knees hurt, and then the next morning it's a whole different part of your body, girl. You get out of bed. You sound like you are 100. I ain't dead yet. That's right, honey. I still here. Mm-hmm. Every day is like Sundays are too. Wait a minute. You want to be Friday night partying all night? You don't want to be Sundays? Sundays are too boring. Child, we got to get church started. Wait, people, y'all got to go in and support your churches because they're dead right now. They're all are suffering, honey, behind this COVID thing. People got out of the habit of going to church. They're out of the habit of it. Now that COVID is, it's controlled, we could be in the buildings, but all the buildings, you see how they're not panning their audiences anymore, child, because they got to build that audience back up again. And that's what made Sunday so wonderful. It's a good service, child, right? Can you make me shout? Can you make me dance, baby? Woo! Can you make me, hey? They're dead right now, I think. Most of them. Some are not even going to survive it. Some churches are going to close down, honey. Because a lot of the preachers, they were only in it for the money. So when the money dries up, they're gone. Your church is not suffering, Almond Brown? Mm-hmm. Well, I imagine, the big ones are not. I think they're all, though, suffered some by being closed down for 2 or 3 years. I mean, how are you going to survive that? But, well, I'm glad your church is doing well. A lot of churches do things online now. And they got subsidies and so forth. They'll survive, but it's just not like it was before COVID. It just takes time. That's why our downtown San Francisco is damn like a ghost town. Y'all see how they talking shit about San Francisco? All these goddamn commentators, they all want to talk about San Francisco. Then they bring their ass to the worst parts of San Francisco. They go to Tenderloin. Look at this place. What happened to this place? There's a ghost town. Then they show you the empty streets and all that. And God knows we are having issues here, girl. But we ain't the only ones. COVID rocked this whole goddamn country, honey. And this whole planet, in fact. So, yeah, but they do have to build back up again. A lot of the retail is not coming back. People have gotten used to ordering stuff online. I'm a person who never ordered anything online. I always went out shopping, right? But now I order everything online, pretty much, except for antiques. But generally speaking, I order everything online now. And people just got used to it. Why am I even going downtown for? For what? Those lips. My lips are so sore. What is going on? See, when I say I take a HIV medication, that's only one of them, honey. You take all these pills. That's why I'm always drinking water and carrying on. I'm always drinking water. Is this it? No, that's not it. I don't have it. I don't have it in here. I wanted to make my lips gorgeous. Anyway, anything else going on, people? I know the churches in smaller cities are still thriving. It's the churches in the larger cities that are suffering more. Okay. Yeah, when I talk about church, I can only go by what I see online, kind of thing. So I'm glad some are still thriving. Now, our church is not suffering financially because we have an online presence as well, and we've got members all over the country. And my bishop, my pastor bishop, is very popular around the country, right? So when she still travels, and they have all these different ways that they're still being supported. So it's not like they're crumbling because of that. It's just that just the people are just that got out of the habit of coming into the building. It's my issue. I'm an usher in my church. I'm always there. I didn't miss last Sunday though. Anyway, so I see the difference. It'll be fine. Ain't nobody worried about God's church, honey. It's gonna always be here, and we need it. Let's hope Sandra. Wait a minute. What happened? He's not going anywhere. Nikki B said, let the singing die, baby. You can stay as long as you shut the hell up. Okay. Yeah, Almond Brown. I mean, we shouldn't complain about it. Just go. But we're only meeting like once a month now in person. I think this month they're moving to twice a month. And we've got to build up people going. Because I have to go to Oakland to go to church. It ain't like it's around the corner. But the numbers are already starting to change. People coming back. You don't have a big church? Yeah. People raising their kids in churches, honey. It depends on what area you live in. My church was online. Okay. Hi, Miss Harvey. She's in smaller cities, it's still okay. Well, it's where we get our community. It is it's part of the Black experience. You go to church. We understand that, but we got to get back in the buildings, and we got to get back to that tithing, honey. A lot of the children saying, "Why am I going down there giving the people my money, child?" They started questioning after the second or third year. Mhm. Need money to run though, honey. You got to make those bills. Whole racks of clothes. Ooh. God before everything said they have gotten so bold, carrying whole racks of clothes right out the front door. Lord have mercy. Yeah, this city here has been taking a pounding. Now downtown, the issue was that little bit ago, God before everything. Last year, all we could talk about is the thievery, all the shoplifting and all that. People going in with shopping carts, just taking stuff, right? That they recognize a dying animal. But it seems to have subsided somewhat. Most of the businesses have gotten barriers put up. They've gotten, if they're smart, they've gotten ways to control who's coming in, who's going out, things like that. It's still going on, but not nearly as bad as it was last summer. The big issue now is people, the businesses leaving. Imagine a third of your downtown, these high skyscrapers empty, and then all the retail stores are moved out. Now we're using the Old Navy is moving out. It's like Old Navy, Ross, those are the only cheap stores. Old Navy, Ross, and Levi's are on a certain corner downtown, the main drag, right? There's nobody there. Ross is still there, but that's about it. So yeah, they're having issues down there. But they blame a lot of it on homeless people. Homeless people have got very little to do with what's going on in downtown San Francisco. Homeless people are not going and buying $100 blue jeans. Homeless people are not shopping in those stores. They're not eating in those restaurants. They don't live in any of those apartments. It's not them, but that's just something you can focus is visual. See people laying in the streets. But we ain't the only ones. If you're curious, just look up downtown any medium-sized city. The whole country is going through. I don't know what effect COVID has on that. I don't know how, but it's just bad. I think retail is just changing. Retail is just changing. It's where we used to have malls, and malls are suffering all over the country. That used to be the main spot when I was young. Go to the mall, eat at the mall, shop at the mall, play games at the mall. Everybody went to the mall. Well, they're not as popular as they were. Of course, me being a homebody and a stangy woman, I don't really know what's going on out there firsthand. Okay. Bro, we still do teleconferences for Bible study though. But we've been back inside our church ever since they lifted the ban. Okay. Yeah, they're starting to come back. Some for us here. But I mean, I think a big part of the issue is I don't live in Oakland, right? And a lot of our members don't live in Oakland. So I don't know all that's going on. That's good, Alvin Brown. Yeah, I love to go to church. I saw Instagram God before everything. I couldn't believe it. I'm way behind. Great whole racks of clothes. It was bad here for a minute, honey. It was horrible, child. Then the security guards. I don't know what's going on with the laws here. You know, I used to be a booster, right? It was never like this, honey. The laws, the only way you're going to get people to stop stealing is you got to give them jail time. I mean, it's got to mean something to get caught. If it don't mean anything, and you say the security guard can't stop you, can't put his hands on you, right? He can't do anything but just watch you leave. Then of course people are gonna steal. Why not? You have to have penalties for shoplifting, or there's no incentive to stop. Why are you hiring security guards if they can't do nothing? I was at the height of it last year. I was at Target, and the security guard, I hired a little bitty woman to be the security guard, right? But even the big burly ones, they all were standing at the door as the people were going out the door with bicycles with all the damn shit piled up on it. They just walk out the door. If there's no consequences, honey. Anyway, my neighborhood is where I go, and in front of the Safeway, they got more security in there, girl, than they got tellers. And they got all these racks put up where you one man in, one man out, and certain doors closed, and they made the adjustments. You're in the South, Sandra Mitchell. I didn't realize how many black people are in the South. Most people in the chat seems to be live somewhere in the South, especially Atlanta. The Southerners won't go to church, baby. I got to holler and shout. That's right. Nobody will be able to put me out. I'm going to a place. These stores are allowing for insurance claims. I never thought of that. Testing 1, 2, 3. I know they didn't close down several. What do you call that place? The drugstore, Walgreens. They didn't close them down, so I don't know what the hell gets you there. They opened up a huge Whole Foods where Gamage lives. He lives in this place where there's the high rises. It's like a group of like 4 of them, brand new high rises, right? And they built this huge flagship store, Whole Food store, on a lower level of this building, right? But it sits right in the middle of Market Street. And them people stole so much, they closed the damn store down in 1 month. Millions of dollars. They closed it down. It's closed now, right? Now, my suspect is that somebody did something to one of those employees there, right? Because they said they closed it down for employee safety. Probably somebody got caught somebody stealing, and they done did something to them or stabbed them or did something to them. And their insurance said, no. I don't know. I know a CVS was down there. They closed that. That only made it 2 years. Then a block up that's on 6th Street. On 7th Street, that one made it 2 years. 6th Street, that made it less than a year of CVS's. And all of them down there, it's just everything just closed. Anyway, I don't know what Newsom is up to. He's got a task force all over the damn Tenderloin now because of we also suffering with this fentanyl crisis. So our mayor, we got a black woman for mayor, London Bree. Her hands are full. This town is going through. They call it entrapment if they hold you while you're trying to leave out, even when stealing. At my store, they told us to let the people go out. Just call the cops and hope the camera is working. I guess is all you can do is just look at the cameras and don't let them back in the store. But are they saying can you physically not let them back in the store? Right? They call it. You know what? When I first started getting high, I used to be a booster. That's what I did. I stole from stores, the apartment stores all day, and I sold the merchandise to drug dealers all night, right? It never once occurred to me when I was caught, and I was caught on a regular basis, to run. I'm not running from no police, period. It makes me so angry when I see these brothers on here all getting killed by cops and all. But then you're resisting. Don't not resist these people. You think they're playing? They won't kill your ass? So most of these companies now are employing off-duty police officers. So they have a gun. And we had one incident where this trans man stole something, got in a fight with the security guard, and the security guard murdered him. I wouldn't want to be working retail down there right now. Hell no. But it's changed so much. It's empty. I mean, it really is empty. The stores, you can see videos right here on YouTube. Now, they always show you, because they're all attacking San Francisco now, right? Especially the Republicans. That even that DeSantis fool brought his ass on here talking about, you got a lot of nerve, nigga. Excuse me. You have a lot of nerve, Caucasian person, to bring your ass in here talking about homelessness in San Francisco. Aren't you also in a hot state? See, they come for the weather, people homeless and so forth, because you can survive on the streets if the weather is good, right? So it's always going to be an issue with California and Florida, right? Anyway, they always show you the worst parts of San Francisco. Yesterday, I watched, I didn't watch, I was down in the Haight-Ashbury. That was like the hippie district back in the 60s. This was the most popular time. Anyway, the hate was going through before COVID. Stores were closing down. They were renting spaces for people with these pop-up things because all the stores were empty. And the cities was charging them because all the buildings were empty. They were emptying out. They were abandoning the hate, right? I was over there, and now the Haight-Ashbury is thriving. It's thriving. The stores, all the buildings are full. They have tourists down there. You can usually spot tourists because they would be with their whole family, right? When the tourist comes, a lot of them are from foreign countries and so forth. You'll see the mother, the father, and the kids. They're all together all the time. Those usually are tourists. It's thriving. You think any people are filming that? Hell no. Show us your pain. Castro it's come back. It's come back to the gay area. It's come back. They still have a lot of vacancies, but most of them have new stores in them. A lot of them, and the people are certainly back. So all cities have to go through it, honey. There's so many cities that are not. It's not safe to live there. It's true. It's true. You have desperate people. If you have drug addicts on the street, I mean, what are they going to do? They got to get high. So they get more and more ruthless. Yep, stay in the suburbs. Or if you're in San Francisco, move to the hills. Ain't nobody pushing no shopping cart up in the hills, honey. People ain't climbing all these damn hills. There's a whole lot of hills here, child. My neighborhood is pretty good. It was a lot of homeless people right at the beginning of COVID and before COVID, but now they're all cleared away. We closed the can recycling place, and Safeway started doing. I always mention Safeway because I live right in front of it, but they started doing patrols around. People can't just lay there and sleep and all that. So for the most part, it's been chased away from this neighborhood. But what do you do when you're homeless? They just move to another neighborhood, honey. So whenever this neighborhood is not suffering with a lot of excessive homelessness or people in tents and so forth, the next neighborhood is. Then they go to the Mission. You know, they run out of Mission on a regular basis, and they just go to the next neighborhood. You can't carry all your belongings but so far, honey. So it's just an issue. Florida has a whole lot of homelessness and craziness coming out of it on a regular basis. Why did DeSantis come over there bothering y'all? Because he's fighting with our Newsom, our governor. They're going back and forth. Child, we thought we suffered under Donald Trump. Can you imagine if DeSantis was the president? He over here fighting with drag queens. He don't want no drag shows. He want to sue companies because a drag person had a nerve to drink a beer. Y'all think it's bad now, but he ain't nowhere near as child. Every time they have a presidential run, all the ones who participate, they have a little blurb on the screen where they get numbers are getting good. His never got over 20%, while Trump is over 50%. He ain't going nowhere, child. But all these dumbass laws that are coming. They see a lot of them coming out of Florida, honey. Conservatives gonna fight with Mickey Mouse, trying to please them damn people. Oh Lord, I done went over 10 minutes, child. Y'all have a wonderful what's the day? Tuesday. It's the first of the month, baby. What are you doing? Be quiet. Let me show you my baby, my new haircut. Come on over here and the ding dong. Get it bum over here. Look at my baby new haircut. Get it bum right here. Come on. Look right there. Get it bum. Get it bum. Say hello. Hi, boo. Put me down, daddy. Well, I want to talk to the people. Where they at? In there. Hi, look at that face. He got his new haircut. He gets new haircut every what is it? Every 6 weeks? No, 2 months. So y'all have a wonderful Tuesday, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.